We're off this week on Pole House Blackpot Weekend Getaways. Where are we going?
Meramec State Park.
What's on the menu?
A Thai party mix.
Well, and so stick around.
This is Wade, and I'm Angel, and this is Iris, and we are Pole House Blackpot's Weekend Getaways, where we show you all things yummy to cook in cast iron as we visit different places.
Well, welcome back to another weekend getaway.
Or if this is your first time, just welcome.
Yeah, we're heading off to another one of Missouri's great state parks, and that is
Meramec State Park.
So it's Saturday morning, and it's about 140 miles, so we didn't go out on Friday night. So with me being off on Mondays, and that way we can do Saturday night, Sunday night camping, and the whole family is going. Say hi, Leslie.
Hi.
And Joey's with us back there too.
See? Look. There's little Joey.
So anyway, we're heading on the way, and we'll probably stop part way on the way and see if we got to stop off on Hermann to get a couple of things.
What's on the menu, dear?
What's on the menu? We're doing it's an Oriental.
A party mix.
Is it an Oriental or
Yes,
Thai
it is.
flavored?
It's Thai flavored.
Party mix, like Chex Mix that you would see at a lot of your parties. So, okay, we'll see you when we get part way there. There we go. Just get this. That looks good. Hickory smoked coffee, bourbon, bacon. Nice. We've got breakfast sausage, breakfast bacon for tomorrow morning breakfast. And then we're gonna get brats for tomorrow. Look, I think we got this one night before. I'm gonna get one of them. Jalapeno peach bratwurst.
I got two flavors. I got macaroni and cheese kind, and I got the bacon potato cheddar.
Okay, so we're gonna get this. Then we're gonna get us some coffees up the street, right?
Yep.
And then we're gonna keep heading south toward Meramec Caverns. Oh yeah, lots of good news. We're getting our regular iced muffins right now. Look, you got coffee bean on top of your coffee now. And I tried, and I didn't dump it on the way back to the. Chocolate coffee beans are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
I haven't tried mine yet.
I got two flavors, Mom.
We'll sip it first, and then we'll try and see if it's.
Bacon potato and macaroni and cheese flavored brat.
Good.
Did you lose it after walking all the way over here?
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we've left the dogs at camp. We'll give you a tour of the camp later on. Leslie, Wade, and I are headed where?
Right on the highway west.
We're heading to Meramec Caverns. Now, Meramec Caverns is a completely separate thing than Meramec State Park. Meramec Caverns is actually a privately owned, I think it's always been privately owned, cave. So we're gonna go in. There's lots of other stuff here at the cave. There's a campground. I think there's cabin rentals and all types of things. And there's kayaks, rafts, all kinds of stuff that you do. But you can also do in conjunction with the cave here. And this is
Continue for 3 miles.
it's like someone's having problems here. The railroad crossing. Make sure we're not getting out here where we. Yep, there's zip line here too.
See?
You're interested.
And no, we're not doing that. Two of us are afraid of heights.
Leslie and I are refusing to do
I'm
this.
not gonna do it either.
So,
It might be alright if I didn't look down. I don't know.
I
So,
said no.
we will tell you more about it when we get there.
You may not be able to see it, but right over on our left is the Meramec River. That's why it is so called Meramec State Park and Meramec Cave.
Cavern.
Oh, excuse me, Meramec Caverns.
My name's Kyra, and I will be your guys' tour guide today.
All right,
you.
thank you. Meramec Caverns, Jesse James Hideout. There he is. Jesse James. I don't think that's just a regular wood stove to keep him warm, Leslie. I think that's his still.
So this is the room that we like to call our ballroom. We call this the ballroom. People used to drive their cars in here and park them along the edge with the lights pointing inward to create a dance floor. Obviously, once they found out carbon monoxide was bad in enclosed spaces, that stopped pretty quickly. Now what we have in this room is this pendulum. So typically the function of a pendulum is to show you the rotation of the Earth. It'll go back and forth and appear to be rotating with the Earth on its axis. That is usually because this one that we have in here does not work. This is the part of the tour that we call Loot Rock. This is that big anvil-shaped rock I was talking about, as well as some of those rusted artifacts. We also have these statues of Frank and Jesse James. And these dens back here in the wall, those are bear dens. Bears used to hibernate in there. Okay guys, so this is our jungle room. And this jungle room is where you first start seeing these formations. So the ones on the ceiling are called stalactites. The ones on the ground are called stalagmites. We like to say stalactites hang tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites are on the ground, you might trip over them. Whenever they come together and make one solid formation that goes from ceiling to floor, we call that a column or a pillar. All the formations that you see in this cave are hundreds, thousands, and some are even millions of years old because all these formations take 100 to 150 years to grow even 1 cubic inch. So all these formations that you see are very old. We are also at the deepest point in the cave currently. We are 360 feet below ground. Obviously we didn't walk down that far, but this cave is at the bottom of a huge bluff, so we still are pretty far beneath the surface. The room back there behind this room that you can kind of see, we call that our spaghetti room. It's called the spaghetti room because it's got a lot of those longer, skinnier formations. Optical illusion, I'm sure you guys have noticed it at other parts in the tour without me even saying anything. But certain times, the lights will just naturally reflect the ceiling and it makes the water look a lot deeper than it is. So this is our biggest stalagmite formation. We call this Onyx Mountain. Onyx Mountain is estimated to be about 33 million years old. It's grown so tall on this side that it's now touching the ceiling up there, and it's cut off its own water supply on this side, which is why this side of it is this rusty, darker color. We call this the wine room for a few different reasons. One of the reasons being a lot of the structures that are up here are called botryoids. Botryoids have to form entirely underwater, and they're circular, and they look like grapes. Grapes make wine. We also have 1 of 2 wine tables in the entire world. A wine table is a ragonite structure, which is a structure made up of those botryoids that forms up out of the ground completely on its own, not being supported by anything else. There's only 2 in the world. There's one here. It is 7 feet tall on 3 legs. The other one is in Sicily, Italy. It's 3 feet tall on 2 legs. So ours is a little bit bigger, better, cooler to look at. Welcome to our theater room. These are our metaphorical theater curtains. They are 78 feet tall. They are 40 feet wide. And at their thickest point, they are 35 feet thick.
What do you think?
Just like it was 21 years ago.
That's right. It's a great.
Although the walkways were better, we saw where we originally came out
I think
21
so,
years
yeah.
ago.
Wasn't
so,
near the same.
yeah,
Yeah,
they've done some
it's not
good
the cheapest
improvements.
thing in the world. It's $28 for adults, but I think it's well
It's
worth
worth
that.
it.
It's about an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes, something like that.
Something like that, and it's privately owned, so that's,
There's is some pretty good ramps and stuff, but it's all fairly
and
solid.
there's stairs.
Yeah, some stairs you can
I
avoid.
didn't do the stairs.
You can avoid part of the stairs and still get to the best. You only miss one good part.
Well, I missed 2. I missed
Yeah.
that wine room and
Yeah, you can't see the wine room, but you can get to the theater room with only a few.
was it
a
just
few
the
stairs.
one room? What was the other room?
Yeah,
The wine
there was one
room?
pretty good ramp that went up around it. It's on the back side of the
Oh, that's
biggest,
what it is.
the largest.
Dolomite.
Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely with. And there's lots of other stuff here besides just the cave that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
do at Meramec.
Yeah, there's
Caverns,
a gold
so.
mining thing and
Yeah.
some other stuff.
Okay, I think
so.
we're gonna take a little look around, see what else may be around for a few minutes before we head back
Okay.
to camp. So we'll see you there.
See.
Okay, we made it back to camp after that great tour of Meramec Caverns. And now Angel is working on getting ready to peel and grate some ginger. And in the pot already is some brown sugar. We got some butter and some peanut butter and some rice squares. Generic version of, I think, Chex Mix. But we're going to make a Thai
Party mix.
pie Chex party mix, or whatever you want to call it.
It's Thai party mix.
Thai, not pie. Yeah, Thai. Being, that's where you got the ginger and all that kind of stuff. And a little bit of heat, has some cayenne pepper in it.
It does.
So we're going to, Angel's working on that. And I've got a Dutch oven lined with the large parchment papers. Those are really handy.
Why don't you put a whole thing of that and a whole thing of peanuts?
Which is these. They're 20-inch round, really good, because if you can go, it works great. It clear up almost to a 14, no, definitely a 14 and probably even a 16-inch Dutch oven. And you can be able to use them for liners instead of foil if you want, for cakes, things like that. Or in this case, we're going to use it to line this, and then we're going to do a low roasting kind of a bake. And you can kind of help stir it around with that. So we'll get to that here in a minute. So we're going to work on the ingredients and then we'll get back to you.
That is 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. To that, we are adding a whole stick of butter. Ooh, that's hot. No, Leslie, that is not how it cooks. She's here. She's in the camper. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to be careful on that butter to get mixed in, don't you? Because that'll burn, won't it?
Yeah, it will.
Brown sugar on there.
1/2 cup of peanut butter. Down a curmudgeon. Tablespoon of soy sauce. think. Let me double check my recipe. Yep, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. A tablespoon of shredded up ginger. We didn't have a mincer.
It'll be fine enough. It'll be all right.
Yeah. It already smells good. Teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic. Wow. What's that over there? Woo. Half a teaspoon, and it probably still won't be enough, of yummy cayenne pepper. The recipe calls for 1/4. We like it spicy, don't we, dear?
Yeah, we can handle it. And we're using the rice squares.
Yes, that's what the recipe calls for, is
and
rice.
Since it's a Thai, it would be more rice anyway, kind of.
Yes.
But you could use corn or wheat or combo, like a lot of the Chex Mixes type
This
things
one calls
are.
for only rice.
Yeah, so this is what we're using. That's what it called for, so.
Okay.
How's it coming now?
Well, it's coming better now that I've slowed it down a little bit. All you gotta do is make sure it's incorporated. The butter is all melty, so we're gonna shut that off. Now, we're gonna regroup and show how it's put in the Dutch oven, and we're gonna start the bake. So Wade, get the briquette started.
All right, will do.
On this channel, we show you yummy, delicious, and interesting things to cook in cast iron, most specifically Dutch ovens. Do you know we have a cookbook? It not only shows you great tips how to use your Dutch ovens, but it gives you our first 2 years of recipes. They're $20 with $6 shipping and handling. You can get those at Pole House Black Pots, P.O. Box 212, Fayette, Missouri 65248, or on Venmo.
Yes, in the Venmo, look up Pole House Black Pots on Venmo. Okay, that's, looking good. Smells wonderful. Okay, we ready to?
Yep. We need the spoon.
I need to grab my glove here.
Yeah.
That handle got kind of hot.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard not to get it hot.
Okay. Now, you want the spoon out of it?
Yep.
Fork?
Yep, that'll work.
Okay.
Just drizzle it. Try to coat as much of the cereal as you can. Now, we cut the rice cereal down in half. We made a whole batch of the sauce. We like ours a little more saucy. Oh, there went one.
Stirring it around and getting all goody in all the spots, right?
Yep.
It'll work right closest to you, may not have any some. What about right closest to you now. I don't think you got over there yet.
Okay, let's get some of that good amount of there. We're gonna call that good. Okay.
Now, idea is to make sure it gets all mixed in real good, right?
Yep. Try to get as much of it covered as you can.
Okay, since the charcoal is ready, it's over here going. Right, it'll take. We're ahead of the charcoal, which is okay.
Well, and that's the point.
What's that?
It's better to be ahead of the
Yes,
charcoal
you're
than
right.
behind.
That way, because that charcoal's ready, you need to be cooking.
That's right.
All right. Charcoal is ready. Move this camera. Move this wind guard so we can see what's going on.
I might go over here. It got helix.
It sounds at a weird angle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We're in a weird cooking spot.
Okay, now, there's one on there. Okay, it said 300-degree oven. So, we normally don't cook that low of an oven. So we lowered our amount of charcoal down to 22 pieces. But it's still basically a bake, right, Angel?
Yep.
So that means we're going to bake with 1/3, 2/3. So that's what we're doing.
And Iris is out here talking to the other dog.
So we did a ring around the bottom. We're going to do about 9. And then we're going to put a ring on top. And we'll put a couple in the middle too, just because we want a good even heat on top of our Dutch oven.
Oh, and there's something different we're doing too. Instead of turning every 10 minutes, we're stirring every 10 minutes.
That's right. And since you're stirring, there's no really need in, quote, having to rotate the oven because we're going to stir the contents that's inside. So, good point, hon. I didn't think about that. But yes. So evenly spread. And, okay. We're going to set the timer for what? 10 minutes? And then get stirred every 10 minutes? How long is it supposed to take?
Well, it said maximum of 20 minutes, but it might take 30.
Yeah, it might. We'll see. What is it supposed to look like when it's done?
Golden brown.
Golden brown, and then
And no, you shouldn't be able to see the butter. So it should
butter
be
and kind of wet. It should be wet looking. Okay, so we're going to rotate it 10 minutes, and we'll be back.
Well, it's not shiny.
No, looking better.
Ooh, it smells good.
A couple of spots down in there that are a little bit shiny, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think it'll be all right once it cools.
We'll go ahead and sample it, and then we can get them, stir them again, do a little bit longer.
The recipe says to set it out and let it cool on some kind of a cookie sheet or something. So Wade, why don't you come over here?
Give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get peanut
Mm.
in that.
That's good. I think it needed more cayenne pepper though.
Wherever you eat it, that cayenne might come out.
Oh yeah, there it is. Well, that about
good.
does it for this video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, which is a like. Share us on Facebook or Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell. That gives you notifications that we've got new videos coming back. And we'll see you next Sunday.
So, we're going to continue next week with another day here.
Yeah, we're going to actually show you this campground and
Yep.
the visitor center.
And do another something in the Dutch oven.
Yeah, so join us.
All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.